Hi everybody, welcome to the another video. In this video, what we are going to discuss is the last Bosch IGC OBE examination question paper, which was held on August 4th, I think. So this question paper, as you all know, there is a scenario in this question paper, and these are the guidance of to the learners and to the examinee. So I'm going directly to the scenario. In this scenario, as we read, you are the manager at a car tire fitting organization that has been operating for 2 years. While you read, you need to read carefully and understand any flaws, any violations or any non-compliances in normal health and safety issues that you need to notice while you're reading. You need to understand it carefully. So you are the manager at a car tire fitting organization that has been operating for 2 years, and you are also responsible for overseeing all health and safety matters. This includes ensuring legal compliance, which partly avoids enforcement action to any associated criminal or civil proceedings against the organization. So, from these paragraph, one person is responsible for the management job as well as the health and safety of that organization. So, you want to avoid any corresponding punitive measures from court, such as fines, especially as the media publicize court decisions. So as a social responsibility, every company has the duty to have a corporate social responsibility. If there is an issue in the health and safety, and if there is any accidents or incidents happening, and the media will publicize and court decides against the company, if such things occurs, or if such things occurs, the court decisions are discussed in the media, and the tragedies will become a public issue, and the company's name will get tarnished. So you have to be very clear while you're reading what you are getting from what information you can take from the paragraph. So you know already that this organization is the health and safety. You are the health and safety organization for a tire fitting organization. While reading, you need to make sure that what is a car tire fitting organization. If you are writing this examination, you must know what are the hazards in a car tire fitting organization, and if you don't know, you need to check it in the Google and go to the concerned all open websites and read to understand what is tire fitting organization, what are the health and safety hazards that is usually common in this kind of organization. That is a side thing. So accordingly, you need to combine all the information given the scenario with a tire fitting organization. So you are a manager of tire fitting organization, and you are also responsible for health and safety issues of the organization, and you are trying very hard to avoid any punitive measures from courts, fines, or from the authorities, etc. So we covered the paragraph first. So you are regularly seen in the tire fitting workshop taking informally to train workers about health and safety. You have a lot of experience in tire fitting and temporarily cover for other workers when they are absent due to occasional sickness or annual leave, which means you are constantly available in the tire fitting workshop, and you are unofficially talking about health and safety to the workers, and you are helping them occasionally when they are having any sickness or where they are in the annual leave. So you do not expect others to do that you are not prepared to do yourself. So you are doing your job carefully, and you are not asking anybody to do their jobs, your jobs, so they are happy for you. So, and you are also happy with them. So you workers trust and respect you for these, and you trust and respect them too. So although the workshop needs to be profitable, the way things are done is safety first, and this is reflected in behavior of the workforce. So already it is mentioned that the safety first policy is already there in this organization, and when it is not compensated and it is not trade off, or it is not it is not compensated for profits, and health and safety is not neglected, that as the companies need to make profit. Okay, so there is no compromise in the company, and everything is going fine and perfect as we are reading. So there are a lot of gaps in this. Still, we need to analyze that according to the question that we will see after. So you have worked extremely hard in managing risk beyond legal and accredited standard requirements. Because of these, you were instrumental in achieving certifications of the organizations and health and safety management system. So you already got approval. Your health and safety management system is approved by the concerned authority or third-party auditors, and you have the certificate of health and safety management system, and that you are controlling the risk beyond the level. Okay, so you are proud to have received a non-conformities, zero non-conformities when externally audited. Okay, suitable risk assessments and associated safe system of work are understood by the workforce, all developed with input from workforce. So all the safe system of work and methodologies, risk assessments, everything have been done and developed with the input from the workers. So workers are involved in all the matters. So workers receive adequate health and safety informations and inductions. So they have been inducted and they have informed about the information and all the necessary health and safety arrangements in the factory. Sorry, not in the factory, in the tire fitting workshop here. So you use the latest technology and equipment for tire fitting. Okay. So your approach is to achieve zero lost time accidents each year, which you believe is a realistic goal. So you believe that to achieve a zero lost time incidents in each year is a realistic goal. So you have to note down this is a realistic goal. So realistic goal must be smart. So it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be achievable, it should be realistic, and it should be the targetable. So you have to see after reading this if it is realistic or not. You frequently carry out workplace inspections and foster a culture of incident reporting and investigation that identifies root causes to prevent repeat incidents. So you frequently carry out safety surveys, safety inspections and workplace inspections, and you are developing a culture of incident reporting and investigation, and you are analyzing the root causes behind the accidents so that to mitigate the future incidents and accidents. So you are studying, analyzing the incidents, accidents and near misses, whatever it is. Okay, the workshop is open to the public from 9 to 17 from Monday to Saturday. So 5 working days and 6 working days within 9 to 17 hours. So 9 to 5 o'clock it is working. It has a single tire fitting bay where there is a room for 2 cars to be worked on at any given time. Cars can be driven in and out of the workshop throughout an open crawler shutter door at the rear of the building. There is also a pedestrian access from the workshop to the front office. The cars are driven onto a 4-post vehicle lift from where they can be inspected and maintained. So all the arrangements are there. There is in and out for the workshop. So they are just explaining what is the workshop inside and outside and how the cars can be moved. The cars are driven onto a 4-post vehicle lift. From there can be inspected and maintained. There is a car park at the front and rear of the workshop of waiting vehicles. Cars are collected from either car park by either you or by one of the tire fitters employed by the organization. I am reading it very fast. So I hope you are all reading this. You are on. So I don't want to make the video very long so that nobody listens. So the front pedestrian entrance to the building leads onto a shorter corridor, the walls of which are mounted with frame documents including a health and safety management system certificate, the health and safety policy and public liability insurance. The corridor leads straight ahead onto the workshop via a fire door or to a customer waiting room to the left, accessed through another door. The waiting room contains a small counter behind which is an office where the manager or one of the tire fitter can take customer orders. So apart from understanding what is explained in here as a story, we need to understand what are the gaps in these paragraphs, what are the health and safety issues that can be identified from the paragraph. This is most important. Okay, you need to analyze that. So I am going very fast in order to go to the question. I am reading it very faster. Okay, a customer is in the waiting room awaiting a report from the tire fitter about the condition of the tire. Okay, the tire is being inspected of a customer. The tire fitter returns and reports that the rear tire has a slow puncture. Okay, it also explains that there is some uneven wear on inside and outside of the 2 front tires. Okay, the extent of the wear means that they are below the legal limit and need replacing. The tire fitter invites the customer onto the workshop to view the wear. They take the customer to the car, which is still raised up on the 4-post vehicle lift. So the customer have been invited by the tire fitter to see his tire that it is got damaged beyond the repairing and beyond the legal limit, so it must be replaced. This is what he is informing the customer after taking him to the tire fitting bay. Okay, while underneath the vehicle, pointing out the uneven tire wear, the tire fitter trips over a pneumatic impact wrench used to remove a car wheel nuts that was lying on the floor. Though there was a tripping accident happened, and the uneven tire he was seeing, and unfortunately due to human error he could not see the down lying pneumatic impact wrench, so he tripped and he struck their head against one of the posts of the 4-post lift. So he tripped and his head had struck against the 4-post lift. They fall onto the floor unconscious, with blood tackling from a head found, and customer frantically gestures to other tire fitter for help. One of the tire fitter, who is also a trained first aider, has been in the accident and immediately instructs a fellow tire fitter to telephone the emergency services. So the emergency services, they have been informed by the one of the tire fitter who have been witnessed the accident. The first aider removes the impact wrench, trip hazard and anything else they think is dangerous. They apply first aid, place the injured worker in the recovery position, and then closely monitor them. So he is giving a first aid. You are related to the accident, go back. So you are the manager, you are related to the accident, and you are far away from the accident, you are not there in the accident scenario. So you have been informed by the tire fitter or somebody, you are alerted to the accident, and go back to, and you are going to check the first aider can remain the unconscious worker until help arrives. So you then calmly escort the customer to the waiting room. The customer is a little shaken and upset, so you make them a cup of coffee and sit with them in the waiting room. So the customer is your visitor, is a stakeholder or is a visitor or a client. So he is very new to your situation, new to your tire fitting factory. So he is very disturbed, and he is feeling like is not feeling happy, and he is not understanding the situation. So you are going to make him comfortable, and you are given him to drink a coffee, and you are sitting with him in the waiting room, or with them in the waiting room, or if there is a more customer, because the question sees that there are a lot of customers, because they are using the pronoun them. So whatever it is, you are going to solve the question. So we need to understand what are the health and safety issues in this. The ambulance arrives and the injured worker is taken to the hospital. You continue to comfort the customer and instruct the other tire fitter to stop work and leave everything in the workshop as it is for the time being. You are instructing the other tire fitter to stop working and leave anything in the workshop. That means you are securing the accident area. This is most important. So in order to get the more evidences, you are securing the area, and you are asking every tire fitters to stop working. Okay, when the customer finishes the cup of coffee, and as soon as they appear to be more composed, you move them to the relative privacy of the office area. You are moving, after finishing the customer, you are moving the customer into the office area. You are asking the customer what happened and record what they say using the voice recorder on your mobile. You are recording the customers the witness words, the witness documentation. You have to make it after recording. So you then ask the first aider to sit with the customer while you revisit the accident scene. After you listening what was happened in the accident site by the witness statement of the customer, you are going to revisit the accident scene. So you are recording your observation again using the voice recorder on your mobile after, because you don't have any, you are recording in your phone. So and take some photographs at the accident scene. So photographic evidences you are collecting. So you then return to the office, inform the customer that the work on their car will be completed as soon as possible, and ask the first aider for their recollection of events associated with the accident. So later you telephone the next of kin. Next of kin means the relative, immediate relative, and you are informed that the worker is in intensive care. So you, after calling the next of kin, you have been informed that the worker is in intensive care ICU, having been diagnosed with a fractured skull and a possible brain hemorrhage. You notify the enforcement authority of the accident. So you are recorded the accident, you made the investigation, you have the report now, you made the report to, you inform the accident to the investigation, your enforcement authority, or the coming days you complete the accident investigation and communicate the findings to the workers. So you are doing a final inspection and again the investigation, you complete the accident investigation, communicate findings to the workers. Okay, so you are informing the workers about the accident, and for not occurring this kind of hazards and risk, you are communicating these things to your workers. So the injured tire fitter spends at least 6 weeks in hospital, eventually return to work after a total of 60 lost working days. You are aware of the rising trend of personal accident compensation claims and associated payment services for which are widely advertised in media. So you know what are the aftermath of this accident. You need to pay maybe penalties. The court may decide that your a criminal case will be filed against you. These are things you is going on your head and you are disturbed. About the same time, you receive a visit from a labor inspector. Same time, you have a visitor from a labor inspector. You are welcome the inspector, remarking because you are making him happy while he is entering into your facility, your tire fitting bay, remarking that any advice on improving health, and you are making him comfortable, saying that any advices from you as an inspector we will respect and we will constructively receive, although secretly you are afraid of receiving an enforcement order and being prosecuted. So you internally, you are inside you are worried about this incident, and you are believing, you are expecting a fine or a penalty from the labor inspector. So the inspector discusses health and safety with workers who demonstrate familiarity with the health and safety policy. So the communication inside the tire fitting this organization was very good. We have already read. So you need to remember all the points what we have done as a story. So as a manager of health and safety and a complete manager of this organization, you have been informally talking to the laborers, you have been informally advising them, you are helping them in their job, so you have a good communication with the workers. So when the time of inspection by the labor inspector, your workers also demonstrated very good familiarity with the health and safety policy, risk assessments and emergency procedure. This is a good sign. The inspector also examines your accident report book, health and safety policy, risk assessment, safe system of work, training record, all the health safety management system documents have been inspected. These are all the components of health and safety management system has been inspected by the labor inspector. Any complaints from workers and emergency procedure, they also discuss the online incident report you submitted at the time of accident. At the end of their visit, the inspector offers advice to install wall-mounted holders for impact wrenches and said they will be in touch soon as promised. They telephone you and discuss the investigation findings. They follow this up by emailing a full report. So final report has been emailed to you, and in the email or in the report it was verbally the inspector has advised you to make the arrangement for hanging the whatever causes the hazard. Here you can see that you have the inspector advised to install wall-mounted holders for impact wrenches. Before impact wrenches were laying down, it caused the tipping hazard. So the inspector asked the manager as you to install a wall-mounted holders for impact wrenches and said they will be in touch soon. So further, is there anything? As promised, they telephone you and they discuss their investigation finding. They follow this by mailing you report. I hope you got about this information. You have to analyze this information before going to the question. This is how you have to answer. So before going to the question, you need to analyze this paragraph scenario very well on a health and safety management system point of view. Okay, so we are going to the first question now. It is common for the labor inspectorate to ask about labor inspectors to visit a workplace following a notification of a workplace injury. What are the functions of labor inspection? You need to be very careful wordings of this question. What are the functions of labor inspection? Why we need to do labor inspection? What are its functions? What are its uses? Why we are doing labor inspection? You need to write 5 points, 5 lines. Okay, what are the functions of labor inspection? Labor inspection, why we are doing? It is a legal obligation for the labor inspectorate to do the labor inspection. It is the duty of the labor inspection department to analyze any accidents or the accidents or the investigation, or to investigate the workplaces and advise them accordingly. What are the functions of labor inspection? This question is very tricky question. You need to understand before you answer. What are the functions of labor inspection? Why they are carrying out labor inspection? What is this function? Function means why it is be done. Okay, so you need to understand labor inspection, why it is being carried out, to identify the hazard as a legal point of view, and so we need to have 5 points. Okay, so what we will do, if you are not getting the answer directly from your own, you need to find out from the Google and note down the references and put it there. So functions of a labor inspection. Labor inspection is legal. You can make a legal point. You need to make an economic point. You make a social point. You need to make a public safety point. So these are all the functions of a labor inspection. So every country, every state has a labor department, and they have their function is to inspect the workplaces and issue the legal notices. So it's coming in the what are the actions of the labor inspector. Here are the functions, and here are the actions of the labor inspector could take following the visit. So issuing the warning letter, issuing the notices, issuing the penalty, issuing the advice letters, issuing the agreements, undertakings, and issuing the advices for going into the court. So many things can be done like this. These are easy questions, but in order to make as a OBE for 24 hours, they are expecting a very good answer from all these points. So as I just said, you can mention all these points, but in order to gain these 5 points plus 5 points, 10 points, you need to make it clear, very clear way, concise points, like a sentences. So you need to make the references for where you capture those points. Okay, so you need to understand what are the functions of labor inspection. So it's not the functions of a labor inspector, it's the functions of labor inspection. Why we are carrying out inspection? What is the use of that inspection? It's an easy question, but you can search in Google and find out the answer. Effective health and safety policy arrangements. These are the policy arrangement inspector checked if the organization general policy. These are the state the policy of that organization. Which organization? The question in the scenario. The tire fitting organization. So it is clearly mentioned each point. Best of our ability we commit to preventing accidents, injury in health, investigating accident. You can read this. I am not taking too much time for all this. So I am directly going to the question, how we can answer this question. Based on the scenario is already given, what we discussed last 10 minutes. So based on the scenario, what extent has this policy been implemented? How you will answer this question? This is a 15 point. You need to have 15 concise points, 15 lines, outline points or sentences, a complete meaningful sentences, 15 points, unrepeated sentences. So how you are going to answer this question? Based on the scenario, to what extent has this policy been implemented? What you need to do, it is very simple. You need to do best of ability we commit to. What is the first sentence? Commit to. Whether any commitment you can see there, you need to analyze based on the scenario. Preventing accidents, injury and ill health. How far and how much based on the scenario accidents, injury and ill health has been controlled, prevented in the scenario. So investigating accidents and near misses. What are the conditions? What are the situations? And how far? How many times? And how long, what is the records of investigation of accidents and near misses occurred in the scenario. So every points provide safe and healthy working conditions. Whether they were able to provide safe and healthy working condition, there was an accident, wrenches was the wrenches for tire fitting was lying and he was tripping and this was hazard. Investigating accidents and near misses was done. So it's very easy. If you understand the scenario very well, you can compare these points to the scenario and you can write a very good answer. You can easily get 15 points. No need for going to any internet or any other outsourcing materials, materials which is not given in here. So you can just compare these points to the scenario and understand, analyze the point of health and safety, so you can easily answer these 15 marks. So demonstrating management commitment. So it is the main points here: effective health and safety policy arrangement. Whether there was a policy and is there any arrangements. This is the task 2. And task 3, demonstrating management commitment. What is the demonstration of management commitment as per the scenario? Management commitment is an important part of health and safety culture. Based on the scenario only, how does the manager demonstrate commitment? Throughout the scenario, you can see the manager's commitment. He was general manager or the overall manager, and he was also responsible for, if I remember, if after recollecting only we can write many points. But if you check clearly, analyze the scenario, you can easily find out the answer. So this question is very easy. So how does the manager demonstrate commitment? So you can see that he has, even though he is a manager, general manager, he was involved in health and safety management. He was frequently talking to the customers, even though he was frequently informally talking about health and safety. He was very keen in arranging health and safety in the organization. He arranged a health and safety management system and got approval. He was recording all the incidents, accidents, and so many things you can write. It is very easily you can identify from the scenario, but you need to understand the question very carefully, and accordingly you have to read the scenario. The next task 4, determining organizational factors positively influencing behavior at work. What are the organizational factors positively influencing behavior at work? So here you can see the organization, because the manager is very cooperative, and he is very communicating with the employees or the workers, is an organizational factor. Based on the scenario only, what organizational factor appears to be present that would positively influence health and safety behavior? So, if you are not aware of organization, what are the organizational factors in organization that must be there, you can Google organizational factors in a workshop or something like that, and you will get a number of points. So, accordingly, you can make these 10 marks very easily. And you have to make the references. You have to write your own words, not just copy pasting. It is very clearly mentioned in the information sheet. So, I am just going very fast because the time is going, because I want to reduce the time of the video. So accident investigation. Why was important to secure the scene of the accident? Because to avoid you should support your answer where applicable using relevant information from the scenario. Of course, you can answer without a scenario this question, but still you need to refer to the scenario. You have to take relevant information from the scenario. That means the answer should be tailored according to for the scenario. Why was important to secure the scene of the accident? Because to avoid losing any evidences, to help making the reports. So there are a lot of things you can take to avoid legal actions, to avoid to show the good health and safety culture. So many things you can mention from the scenario. Or if you Google it, you can get a number of information. You can just tailor the answers according to your question. Based on the scenario only, how did the manager effectively secure the scene? So this is a 2-mark question. You need to write 1 or 2 points, or 2 or 3 lines maximum. Based on scenario, how did the manager effectively secure the basic scene? So immediately he asked the other tire fitting workers to stop the work and leave everything as it is, and that's how he secured the scenario. He secured the workplace after accident scene. Based on scenario only, what immediate action did the manager take to gather information for investigation? This is a very easy question, strict direct question. So he was asked, first of all, for this question he was asked the other tire fitting workers to stop working, and he took the customers to another office area, and he gave them coffee, and these all things you can write. So it should be 7 important points, so unrepeated points. Based on scenario, what immediate actions did the manager take to gather information? So he arranged to secure the place, and he take the customers to a very silent area. He gave them relaxation and coffee and etc. And I'm just saying the points. This is not the way you need to write. You have to clearly write sentences with the definite meaning and with references to the scenario. Access. I'm just reminding you the points which you can make a sentences based on this question. So whatever he did is he took the customer to the silent area. He gave them coffee and comfort. He asked the question very silently. He recorded the the conversations. He himself go back to the accident site again, back to investigate himself, and recorded many things. That's very clear. So reactive and active monitoring. Health and safety performance monitoring includes reactive and active monitoring measures. Based on the scenario, what reactive lagging monitoring measures could be readily available for use by tire fitting organization? So here, reactive and active monitoring. What is reactive and active monitoring? Active monitoring, which is done before the accident or incident occurs in the beginning as a precautionary measure. Reactive means after accident or an accident or any things which is happening after is called reactive monitoring. Health and safety performance monitoring includes reactive and active monitoring measures. So performance of a health and safety management system or a health and safety issues of a factory or a company or a whatever tire fitting organization or monitoring includes reactive and active before and after. Based on the scenario, you have to base it on the scenario what reactive lagging monitoring measures could be readily available for use by the tire fitting organization. Same as I mentioned earlier, you can go directly to the scenario, identify the leak, lags and for reactive, active monitoring. If you don't know what is active, reactive monitoring, list it from the Google. You just analyze on the basis of that list to the scenario and refer to and make the question answers according to the tailored answer for the scenario, and you make your own words, so it will be fine. So I'm just stopping. The video length is going very high, so I just want